Hi everyone. Let me show you how to use ClipRead on a Mayo PC. ClipRead is a tool that helps a variety of people when they are reading unfamiliar text in a new area, text that is more difficult than what they usually read, or if the individual has challenges such as dyslexia or a brain injury such as a concussion, or if they have low vision or an eye movement disorder, and when they are reading English as a non-native language. ClipRead can help people when they are fatigued or sleep deprived, and it can help people read better in urgent settings when they have limited time. Let me show you where to find it. You are familiar with the Mayo dock, so just go and click on the folder for productivity tools, and you'll see the ClipRead application as an option there. You can save the ClipRead to your short list of personal applications. And when you do that, you can also set up ClipRead to be installed on your desktop or on your taskbar for ease of use. So after you click on the feather icon, this is what will happen. This screen will appear. It's empty because you have not yet selected any text. Then when you go to look for text, that icon will shrink down to a small postage stamp, and it is on standby waiting for you to select the text you want to read. It'll hover over all of the other applications on your desktop. So here's an interesting article on the Mayo web. You select the text with your cursor, and then as you would otherwise do, such as copying and pasting text into a Word document, you select the text and click copy. You can use your other tools for copying as well. After you've done that, then just click on that floating icon there, and this will appear right away. Now you can read in this special live ink format that has been proven to help a very large portion of our readers at Mayo, including reading faster with higher retention and higher efficiency. There are a few other ways of modifying the text, but I believe you will discover those once you try it on your own. Here's a way of converting the color and the two-column layout. Once you've decided that you are done reading that article and you go on to a different article to read, the little icon will shrink back down and wait for you to select and copy your text again. Now, this has been studied in many different settings, including high school students, college, and even our Mayo residents. We did a study in the simulation center and kept track of their reading time, their scores on different quizzes after they would read a passage, and then the research would alternate between regular format and the live ink format. This is an example of the regular format of a text that the residents were reading from the electronic medical record. And this is what the software did to convert that same text into this new readability format. When we studied 40 Mayo residents who spent an hour reading in one format and the other, and we compared their reading retention score and their reading speed, we found three main groups: the lower third, the middle third, and the upper third. The upper third of the Mayo residents actually did not seem to need ClipRead, at least for these passages in this research. On the other hand, the lower third of the readers had a very nice boost in their retention score, going from about 57 to 70% correct. And the middle third had a slight increase in their retention, but they still had a nice increase in their reading speed without losing any comprehension or retention. So both of these groups had improved efficiency in their reading. When we look at the different possible benefits, including retention, speed, eye strain symptoms, about 2/3 of our residents reported one or more of those benefits. If you're not sure whether or not you should be using this, of course, you're welcome to try, but maybe you would be concerned that you are not reading as well as you ordinarily would, and you don't want to have to go into our lab and do a reading research study either. What we found is that the reader's subjective impression of whether or not the format helped them was very predictive of the degree to which it truly did help them with objective tests. So if you use the ClipRead and you feel like, boy, text does seem easier to read, there's an 85% chance that that is true. And even if you use ClipRead and you think, well, I'm not sure it helps, I like my old way, regular format of reading, it's still possible that you will improve your retention or your speed or both. So I would encourage you to at least give it a try. Half of our readers did say they felt as though the visual syntactic format was in fact easier to read, and nearly all of those subjects did have objective results. As I've said before, this is a nice tool to use when you're in a new area. For example, if you're a student and you're rotating through a new specialty and you're trying to catch up on the text materials or the guidelines, if you are reading text that a high-level doctor wrote and your job is to convert the doctor's instructions into your plans for treatment, that's another way that it can help. And I mentioned these other groups before. Feel free to use ClipRead anytime you want, confident that your own use of ClipRead is anonymous. No one is keeping track of whether or not you need it or use it a lot. We do not keep track of what kind of text you are putting into it. The text literally just goes into the application and then it gets dumped out without being saved in any database. Also, you can use it when you're working at Mayo on the EPIC electronic record, as long as you are complying with all of the other HIPAA rules that Mayo has to keep our patient record data anonymous or confidential. You can use it on your own email and on other web pages. I'm available by email. Feel free to drop me a line if you have any questions. Otherwise, it's right there on the Mayo doc, and you can use it today. Thank you.